Hi everyone, I'm Anne-Marie.
And I'm Sally.
And welcome to your ICE Assembly for this week. As you know, we've been exploring the story of Jonah from the Bible, and we've been visiting each of the locations as we go through the story. So here we are today on the last little bit of our story. We find ourselves on a hill overlooking the city of Nineveh down there, and we've got an interesting shelter has been built over here. So someone looks like they're planning to stay for a little while.
Nice
but
and shady.
It is nice and shady because actually it's quite warm where we are, pretty hot. Thankful for the shelter and our lovely tree here to give us some shade. But I wonder who could have built this shelter?
Yes, we're going to find out why Jonah ended up here. But first, I have an idea for a game. Alright, so our game for this week is stick the leaf to the tree. Because in our story, you'll see a tree is a main character. So Anne-Marie, we're each going to have a go. We've got 2 leaves. We each have a blindfold. And we're going to have to try and stick the leaves on the end of the branches.
Oh.
So there's a point system here.
Okay.
If you get it directly on the end of the branch and it looks like it belongs there, that's 10 points.
Okay.
If you get it on the tree at all, that's 5 points. And if it's not touching the tree at all, no points.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
We've each got 2. So
Right.
Are you ready? Blindfold thyself.
Okie dokie.
And we've got a strict no touching policy. So she's just going to have to stick and hope.
Right, there we go.
Okay. Can't see anything?
No, I think I have a leaf.
Yes. Okay.
My leaf.
Are you ready?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, you need to turn it and I can't help you. So
Okay. All right. So to fix in my mind where the thing was. There's the door. Okay. Cool. All right. I can't touch anything. I've just got a stick. So.
Okay.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
All right. I'm not going to look yet.
No, not yet, not yet. Yep. There's the next one.
Got my other leaf. I mean, I don't actually know where the camera is. It's there somewhere.
Yes. I mean, they can see it on camera. She's
Okay.
got to leave.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. There's the door. I found the door with my foot, and then one branch was over there, and one branch was up here somewhere. Okay.
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 Look at that one. That one's really good.
That was really good. That's. I
It,
mean,
it looks like it's coming out of the tree. It's not coming off a branch.
it's not coming off the branch,
But that's definitely touching the tree. So that's 5 points for that one.
yes.
And
That's got to be the
10
10
points.
points. Yes.
yes, it's slightly wonky, but it's definitely growing out of that branch. So, bravo.
Excellent.
That's 15 points for you.
Brilliant. We will reset so that Sally can have a go as well. Okay, here we go. So Sally is ready with her blindfold. So blindfold thyself, Sally.
All right.
There she goes.
All right.
Fabulous googly eyes there. And can you find your leaves? Yes, there you go.
Oh, I stuck to one.
Oh, yep. You got
Okay,
it.
okay.
You got it. All right.
Leaf.
Here we go.
All right. Okay.
Carefully.
I'm gonna also
Oh,
door.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I might be slightly off kilter.
Ooh.
Go. Oh.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
did
It's a good crunch. That's when you know you found something.
I
That's
definitely
not
found
the
a
door.
thing.
All right. Yeah, a little bit further. Yes, nicely done. All right. Let's see how Sally does with the second leaf.
I don't know what I just touched there. I think it might be the log.
Maybe. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Reveal. Have a look. See what happens.
I can see everything.
Doubly blind today.
Quite literally.
There we go. See, that's not bad, right? I think we can definitely go for the 5 points on this one because it's on the tree, and you know it's coming out 3-dimensionally, so that's definitely where a leaf would go.
That's
But
falling from the tree.
It's a very artistic leaf
Yeah.
falling from the tree. It's not quite touching the branch, is it? There's a bit
No,
of a
that's definitely not.
gap
By the
there.
rules,
Ah.
there is no points. That's okay. I'm happy with my 5 because I like my.
It was really close though. Considering we couldn't see anything at all, I think we did a marvellous job. So good job, Tony.
Awesome. Let's go on to our story.
When Jonah saw that God had changed his plans, he became very angry. He prayed to God. I said this would happen when I was in my own country. That's why I ran away. I knew that you are a God who is kind and shows mercy. You don't become angry quickly, and you have great love. I knew you would choose not to cause harm. So now I ask you to kill me, for it's better for me to die than to live." Then God said, "Do you think it is right for you to be angry?" Jonah went out of Nineveh, made a shelter, and sat down, waiting to see what would happen to the city. God made a plant grow up quickly over Jonah. It gave him shade and helped him to feel more comfortable. Jonah was very happy to have the plant. But the next day, God sent a worm to eat the plant. And the plant shriveled and died. The sun rose higher and higher, and God sent a hot wind to blow on Jonah. Jonah felt very weak and said again, "It is better for me to die than to live." But God said to Jonah, "Do you think it is right for you to be angry about the plant?" "Yes," said Jonah. "I am so angry I could die." God said to him, "You are so concerned for the plant, even though you did nothing to make it grow. It appeared one day, and the next day it died. Then shouldn't I show concern for the city of Nineveh, that has more than 12,000 people who don't know right from wrong, and many animals too?"
So we've seen Jonah be dramatic before in his story, but today he's really outdone himself. He got so angry that God had kept the people of Nineveh safe that he said that he wanted to die. Oh my goodness, that's a real temper tantrum he was having. But God had a question for him. He said, "Are you right to be angry, Jonah?"
And hopefully we can all see that, well, Jonah wasn't right to be angry. He was so angry that the people of Nineveh should have a second chance from God when actually he himself had just had a second chance from God just a few days ago. See, Jonah thought that second chances and forgiveness from God should only be given to people who were like him, but not people who were his enemies. But God had a different plan.
So God showed Jonah how mean he was being by sending a plant. Jonah really enjoyed the plant because it gave him shade and comfort from the hot sun. And so he was really sad and really angry when it was gone. But God used that plant to show Jonah how dramatic he was being, because he considered that plant more important than an entire city of people and animals. And God wanted to show him that no, it was the city that was much more important. God knew each and every one of those people and all of the animals individually, and he loved and cared for them because they were precious to him.
Okay, so what can we learn from today's story? Well, hopefully, first off, we can learn to not be like Jonah. You see, if we start thinking like Jonah, that only the people who are like us, only our friends, our family, people who look or think or live the same way that we do, if we start thinking that people who are different from that don't deserve those good things, well, then we can start acting like Jonah. And instead of showing kindness or celebrating with other people, we can start thinking that people who are different don't deserve the good things that we have, which is obviously not a very good thing. Jonah got to see God do an amazing thing, rescuing a whole city from being overthrown. But instead of joining in with that celebration and the cheering, Jonah got so clouded by his own miserable judgment of those people that he ended up sitting by himself outside of the city, feeling miserable and getting worse and worse and worse.
But God offered Jonah a different way of seeing things. And that's our second thought. God helps us to see other people through his eyes. Christians believe that God's love is a gift for everyone, and he challenges us to share that love with everyone in our lives. So what does that actually look like in our day-to-day relationships? Well, it could be getting to know someone who's different from us and sharing our lives with them. It could be helping out a classmate in need, even if you don't actually get on that well. It means respecting and caring for everyone around us because we recognise and see that they are just as important and precious as we are. We never actually find out how Jonah responded in the story. The Bible doesn't tell us. But I hope that he learned to think differently and to celebrate that God had helped the people of Nineveh.
Dear God, thank you for the lesson that you taught Jonah and that you teach us through Jonah's story. Thank you that you see each of us as precious and that you offer your friendship to each of us. Please help us to see others through your eyes and to share your love with everyone around us. Amen.